There we go. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome. Thank you, everyone, for joining me this morning. And yeah, let's get into this, right? So, a couple things. Last few days have been a little bit wonky, especially with Mercury passing over Saturn. Like, oh my God. Last night, I just crashed. I crashed. I mean, I think that was my day 12 of working 12 days straight at my muggle job and just came home and I was done. And I didn't even know I fell asleep. That's how bad it was. I woke up, I didn't know like what time it was or anything. It was crazy. But this is, the energies were really intense the last couple of days. And I think right now the sun is sextiling Uranus. Now, with that, there's still with the moon in trine to Mercury and Venus is off of Chiron, which thank freaking God. Jupiter's going to be there a bit, but with Venus there, it had to do with relationships and values and what needed to be done. And of course, Venus is in detriment in Pisces, and it's like a lot. And a lot of people were feeling, I guess, despair, anger, angry, and arguments and things along that line were part of it. So this is where the sun is still in Leo and it does want to have fun. It wants to make some fun, positive, major adjustments right now and bring in new changes. But things can get still a little sloppy. So we really have to, I'm going to say, be careful on it. Like we can't just rush ahead and decide to do a job half-assed. So that means that if you get an IKEA furniture, make sure you read the instructions and don't think you could just sort of slap it together because there might be something there you're missing. That's my analogy. And this is where, especially with the sun later on is going to be in, since it's in Leo, he's going to oppose Saturn in Aquarius. And even though that the sun is making sextiles over to Uranus, it can make you feel all good and make you, things really feel like true and happiness. But there's massive prep that has to be done. This isn't happy-go-lucky energy. This is energy that really needs you to work. You need to work in order to create that of what you are wanting to do. This isn't to sit on the sidelines and say, oh, well, maybe tomorrow or maybe we can put it off. This is putting things together so that in the long run, things are going to start really run smoothly, especially with Pluto, at 29 degrees in Capricorn and going to be ingressing into Aquarius. This is a lot of unpredictability with Pluto going into Aquarius. And with Aquarius, now Aquarius rules the 11th house. That's what Aquarius rules. And in the 11th house, this is what it is. It's ruled by Saturn. It's a Saturn and Uranus ruled energy, Aquarius. And the primary themes are large groups, friendships, teams, ideals, and humanity. So it's a very eccentric type of energy, but always original, dreaming for the better future concerns and justice. Now, the thing is with Pluto going in there, Pluto's a disruptor. Pluto disrupts and it's on the edge there. Saturn's on the edge of Aquarius going into Pisces. Okay, so Pisces, what does Pisces rule? Pisces rules the 12th house. And hold on. Pisces in the 12th house is at the end. So when you're talking about cleanup, right? And a lot of cleanup, this is where you're looking at comfort seeking, empathic, intuitive. This is the 12th house. It is a deeply compassionate and blessed energy, right? And it represents the ending, surrendering to the subconscious. So we have this energy that's coming in for us to look at and work on. What are we needing to surrender to? What are we needing to work on? And how are we able to make those adjustments? So, with the energies that are coming in now, is having you look at the things that you need to make adjustments on, places that you need to work on, and not do it in a sloppy, half assed way. Because in doing that with the energies coming in, you're going to find that in the long run, you're going to be tripping up yourself. You're going to be feeling overwhelmed. So, this is massive prep work. This is I'm going to say like almost an awakening. And for me, this is one of the things like, the last few days, I've noticed a lot of people having arguments, people feeling overwhelmed with the situations. Um, this is where you really need to look at and how to adjust. And what do I need to prepare for? What are the things in my life I want to prepare for? This is also looking at the groups and everything and associations that you're with. And it was almost like for me, especially with the spring sale I'm having, an awakening. It was like, yeah, okay, now it's just you want to build your brand, you want to build your business. So it doesn't matter what your business is. So you have a business and you want to build it, or you want to do better at something, then it's time to get up and it's time to do it. You want to create a better financial future for yourself. Well, maybe there's financial courses that you want to do. If you want to create a better healthy lifestyle, what are the things that you have to do to start to prep to create that better lifestyle now? It may, and this isn't that, all of a sudden you throw everything out, but this is looking at where you are right now and what are the steps you need to create that. And this is for me, it's like, yeah, no, I want to start creating my brand back. I want to start creating what it is that I do. And what is it that I do? I love doing readings. I love connecting with people and doing that. That's my thing. And this is where reconnecting and starting up and rebuilding that. So I'm opening up most of my weekends where I can to doing readings. Today, I cleared off my calendar in what I wanted to do. And so I have a reading at 10. I have availability from 11 till 4 today for reading. So if you're wanting to get a reading today, man, book in. Let's get it done. Tomorrow I'm doing the moon readings for people. So I'll be sending out the moon readings tomorrow. This is getting back into my discipline on what I want to create. So in the future, in the long run, people know who I am. This is spreading the word. This is doing what it is. This is preparing for other things that I want to create and diversify within my own life. And I feel like that's where everybody is. And this could be where you want to go and you want to reach to the top of your company or corporation or whatever you're doing or wherever you're working, you want to get there. Showing up late, not being there all the time or not putting your all into it is not going to help you to get where you want to go. You want to go in to become a yoga instructor. Are you doing yoga every day? It's one thing to dream about it, but it's the next thing to say, okay, I have to start a practice with this. What's my practice? What is it that I'm going to do? And that's where the energy is in order to make those long-term goals come in, because there is going to be a lot of adjusting that's going to be happening in our world and in our lives over the next several months. Especially March is going to start it as we go through to April, May, all the way through, and I'm going to go all the way up to 2025. Major adjustments. But the thing is, with astrology, what it does, it shows you that, okay, this is where, this is where I really need to start. This is really where I need to go. Because as more shizzle hits the fan, right? Because with Pluto, if you think about what is needing to get changed in the world. So when we look at that energy, We look at saying, okay, where in humanity do changes need to be made? Because that's what Pluto does. Pluto entered Capricorn. What changes needed to be made in our corporate structured world? Right? What structures needed to be changed within our systems, within our corporations, our institutions, and how we deal with them? How do we deal with our projects? How do we deal with the things that we organize and work on within our life? That's what Pluto was doing all through Capricorn, is having you reorganize and look at it. Now it's at the 29 degree. It's having you to reanalyze that all as it goes in and saying, okay, where's the humanity? Where are the groups? Where is the support system that you want to have in order to make that grow? And then what happens is that we take and we look at, when we look at your chart, we take and we look at and we say, okay, your 12th, your Aquarius is in the first house, your Aquarius is in the 10th house, wherever it is. Then we look at the energy of that sign, of that house, and say, and so there's layering that goes on here. So we look at the basic layer, and then we build on from there. And that's where we have to look at where the structure is within your own life. And I always take my own natal chart and use that as an example, because it gives you a show where where you can see, because my houses aren't perfectly aligned, right? So it gives you an idea that, oh, okay, this is what I need to start looking at and working on as I create a better life for myself and a better life for others within my community. How can I do it? And for me, it's being the teacher. It's being that person, that spiritual person that is trying to create a more harmonious, loving way for others and to help them to adjust to the craziness within their life. As we go through this week and this full moon, there is going to be a lot of transitions that we're going to start feeling within the world. We are going to start feeling a lot more of the craziness, of the war, of the lack. We're going to start feeling more of those outside energies within our life. How are you going to adjust to that? And this is where it's like, okay, I can't, there's some things I can control, there's some things I can't control. And we can look at, okay, what are the influences that are coming into my life that I need to work on, or I need to move away from? Okay, that's going to be so important in the coming weeks. So today, take a look, make a list. We're getting into Virgo, right? So Virgo loves lists. Make a list on the things that you want to start to really work on. Prioritize them 1 to 10, do 10. And then look at the top 3. Then from the top 3, go to the top 1. Start with number 1. That's it. That's what we need to start doing. So what is it that, for me, I did my list. What is the things that I really want to start working on? And that's the Guru Mama. That came up as my number 1. You know, this is where it's like, this is my basis. It comes down to being my basis of who I am and what I do. What do I need to do? I need to get my ass out there more. I need to put myself out there. I need to stop bitching and complaining about this and that and the other thing, and just get out there and do it. That's where it's at. And have fun with it. Enjoy. If you're not enjoying it, if you're finding it so overwhelming, stop. Take a step back. Why are you overwhelmed? What is it that you're pushing so hard that it's not working for you, or you know, it's not going for you? If you have to go out and redo something, let's say you have to get new filing cabinets, or you have to, you know, there's finally that you have to in order for you to get started, you have to clean out that closet. And there's things in the closet you have to face. Maybe you need to bring in a friend. Maybe you need to bring somebody in to help you to do that, so that you're able to get through that closet. You're able to get through that energy, right? So this is where we're at, and this is where we have to start to adjust and work towards. If this all makes sense, I hope it does. So I'm sending you guys out. Hey, Lexi, so much love, because I know the energies are harsh. I know things are getting nuttier. We are going to start seeing huge price increases with food, and we're going to see huge price increases with all of that. We know that. We know that the reason why oil prices are low right now is that they're utilizing all of our resources right now, which they don't have to, because they can easily begin to do other things. Matea, stop. So this energy right now is starting to get us to really awaken more than you have in over the past 3 years. So, and this is also bringing out truth that you already knew, but you're going to be starting to see. So there's going to be truth that is going to be coming out, because that's going to be no that's going to be the whole premise of a lot of things. There's going to be a lot um unfolding over the next while. So for those who are on my Facebook page, my little Mary June Steve Tracy Facebook page, I can't see your comments right now. Hold on, unless I just block off if you're commenting or anything. Okay, I'm gonna, let me know if you guys are wanting to book in for a reading today. I have availability. My readings are $100, and I'm gonna send you guys out so much love. Yeah, we need to start kicking ourselves in the butt, because there's a lot of unpredictability that's going to come in with Pluto in Aquarius, and Saturn going into detriment. I mean, this is going to be the first time Saturn isn't in its power in 7 years. So we've had 7 years of Saturn energy. So that's a lot. I'll grab a coffee and listen to the replay. I would if I had the money. Oh, Lexi, I love you. Sending you out so much love. So have a great one, everybody. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you. And we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone.